Before we even get into the intro, I need to show you guys my new tattoo. Ow, 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 ow. Yes! Little minimalistic moment. I am breaking my back right now. Hello. Hey guys, it's Lauren. Right off the bat, this is my editing Instagram and you should go follow it if you don't already. So if you consistently watch my videos, which you should, subscribe. You may be familiar with a little series I have going on this channel where I give my unpopular editing opinions. And among other things, in these videos, I like to talk about transitions I just hate. But anyways, as per your guys' request, I thought it'd be cool if I did a video where I made an edit only using transitions that I absolutely hate. All right, enough said, let's get into the video. Okay, so for today's edit, we are going to be editing the one and the only BBL Drake. And you may be thinking, Lauren, you're such a trend follower, like everyone's obsessed with BBL Drake lately. No. Number one, I am an OG Drake stan because I watched his best work ever, Degrassi. And two, I've had this video saved for a really long time. So okay, so the first transition that we're going to start off with is the infamous cube tower. Now, I'm not saying that these look absolutely horrendous, but they're just really overused and they've kind of lost that like wow factor that kind of like attracted everyone to them in the first place, you know? So right now all I'm doing is working on making the 3 cubes, which takes a criminal amount of time for something that doesn't even look that good. Also, I just want to clarify something about this video before I get a million comments about it. If you're watching this video and you're like, oh my god, she's using a transition that I actually like, I'm here to tell you guys that it is okay. You are allowed to like something that I dislike, and I'm allowed to dislike something that you like. So I just hope we take that into consideration before I get comments of people being like, you hurt my feelings, like I use that transition. Like, okay, does not affect me whether you use it or not, so that's okay. So the next step is to pre-compose each individual cube. And then if you enable this like little flower thing and enable 3D, it's still 3D without having to add a null object layer. So that's very handy dandy. So now all I need to do is scale out like each of these cubes and then put like one on top of the other so it's in like a tower, hence the name cube tower. What was that? Connect all of it to the null object layer and voila, spelled W-A-L-L-A-H. It looks fantastic. So now I'm just gonna use a combination of position and rotation keyframes to kind of get that like turny effect thing. And even though I'm doing transitions I hate, I'm gonna use a graph that I love. And these graphs are mid graphs. Super smooth, super cute, love them. I'm gonna turn it like, oh, the anchor point is off. Yes! And then I'm gonna add the same mid graph to the rotation keyframes to get that very smooth look. That is a little bit too close for comfort, but that's okay. Might need to step back a little bit, Drake. I mean, his real fans call him Aubrey Graham, of course. Oh my god, this looks so bad because I'm in freaking 12 frames per second. How did I not realize? Yeah, I mean, well, this looks a lot better. I was very confused why that looked so bad. So for this next clip, we have an effect that I have a very long history with, right? It's CC smear. Now let me explain myself while I do this. Do I like CC smear? Not one bit. I don't think it looks good. I think it's overused. I think it was cool during that like 2017, 2018, like Dolan Twins, Lauren Gray editing era. Would I use it in my own edit? No. Do I care when other people use it? Absolutely not. Like, not even a little bit. But for some reason, like every single day on TikTok, I get tagged in other people's edits and people will be like, oh my god, you use CC smear, like at Candace VFX would hate this. Or they'll be like, at Candace VFX, like, how do you feel about this? How do I feel? My arm just cracked. Ow. Completely indifferent. If someone else uses it, I don't care. Like, is it expected that I comment on the edit and be like, wow, this sucks, like, go die? Because I would never. I am not the spokesperson for CC smear haters. I am a loving individual most of the time. But this right here is definitely a sight for sore eyes. And I'm gonna have the S shake start off at 0, and then as the CC smear starts to come in, I'm gonna make it like very intense. And then I'm also gonna like change the tint to like a red as the CC smear comes in to give it kind of that like haunted effect, because Drake is like such a spooky little guy. You can't tell me that's not kind of cool. Okay, so the next transition that we're gonna do is CC flow motion. This was really popular in like 2018, 2019, and I'm not gonna lie, I was very like bitter because I didn't know what this effect was called, so I didn't know how to do this transition. And I saw everyone else doing it and I was like, I wanna be cool like that. I wanna be a part of the group. But then as time went on and I still couldn't do it, I realized that it's low-key kind of fugly, so I was no longer upset about not being able to do it. it. Why is it in like the top left corner and the bottom right corner? Like right in between his eyebrows. So it does make him look like an alien offspring. The man got a knot in his forehead. I mean, okay, next transition, I don't really know how to describe it, but it's like a split screen, like the pictures come in from either side of the screen with a squish warp and a vertical bounce. And I think the reason I don't like this transition is because it never like comes into the screen fully on time, and it just you'll see what I mean. Like, so I'm just gonna use S-wipe line instead of using a mask because this is just way easier. You just like put it on 50% and it's like perfect. So I have like both sides of the screen masked. So the one on the left side of the screen is gonna be coming in from the right. Yeah, it's gonna come in like that. And then with it comes a vertical shake without a rotation, so just a normal up and down, and then a squeeze warp. I really know this is gonna look so horrible. I can tell already. The squish warp never ends in time, so you just have this weird gap between your photos. This one may be a little bit niche, I understand that, but it's still valid because I don't like it. Next up, we have tile scramble. So my hatred for tile scramble definitely is not an unpopular one, so I'm not afraid to like say it loud and proud, especially when the tiles are like this small. It's such an eyesore. I think this is just like overdoing it, so I'm just gonna add a little bit less tiles like that. I think is good. And I literally don't use this ever, so I kind of have no idea how to maneuver this, so we'll figure this out together. I guess bring this to 0, and then at the end we increase them both to 1. Oh, that is rough. I love it. Oh wow, that was okay, next we have a transition I've only ever used once, and it was for an edit commission, so you guys will never see that commission because it was not cute. But this is the 3D pyramid. I'm not the biggest fan of 3D shapes in general, not because I think they look bad, just because it's like they don't fit into my personal style, which is fine. But the pyramid has always been one that I especially have not liked. I think it's because the triangle mask always cuts out like the good parts of the picture. Like as you can see right here, we're only getting half of little Drakey's face, so that's an issue. Also like Illuminati vibes, you know? I'm not a part of the Illuminati, I swear. I'm not famous enough for that. I do remember one thing though, and it's that I have to use orientation to like tilt it forward like that. Because I remember the first time I was doing it, I was trying to use like X and Y rotation and it was just like not working, so I had to like fiddle around with it.
She played the fiddle in an Irish band.
And for this, like, you also need to change, like, the camera angles, which is, like, annoying. Like, who wants to do that? No one. Unrelated, but do you guys know that editing audio and it's like, "D is a thought, huh? You want to cook." I never understood what that audio was saying. Yeah, that's just some food for thought. And then to transition out of it, I'm going to do an X rotation forward so we can see the top of our lovely, lovely pyramid. Kind of proud of myself on this one, guys, like, to be honest. Okay, the next transitions that we have are like these little diamond mask reveals that are on the left and right sides of the screen. Kind of similar to like the pyramid thing. I don't really like these because you can only see like such a limited part of the photo. And I think this time I used a pretty good picture and you still can like barely see it. So, but yeah, besides this, I'm not the biggest fan of like simple masking techniques in general because I used to use them a ton and I got like so dependent on them that a lot of my edits just looked super, super basic. Nowadays, if I am doing a mask transition, it'll be something more like creative and less simple than this. Oh, I can tell that this picture is gonna look so bad because like Drake is so close to the camera. Drake, it's not your fault, okay? You can't see anything, bruh. Okay, and I'm gonna pre-compose these 3 clips for our last transition that I hate. It's a split screen slide, but only one side of the clip slides down. The other one just like nothing happens to it. Listen. So I'm using the same technique as I did for one of the other transitions. I'm just using S_wipe line to mask out both sides of the screen. So the left side of the screen is going to be sliding down and I'm just going to use blur mo curves for that. But the right side of the screen, nothing happens. Like absolutely nothing happens. Oh wait, no, I kind of messed this one up a little bit. It doesn't even change to a different photo. It just stays the same, which is like the bad part about it. Like that looks like weird. All right guys, the edit is all done and I'll be back to watch it when it's all rendered. I am ready to be disappointed. and you should be too. Okay guys, the edit is rendered and done. I am consciously making sure not to show this side of my face because of that huge pimple, but I made sure to add like cute little embellishments like borders and a coloring just to make it a little bit more edit-like, a little bit more presentable. So let's react to this, I guess.
Boom, I kissed a girl and I liked it. The taste of
No,
her
the pyramid looks
fantastic.
bad. And that whole last part of the edit was literally so still. Oh, that made me uncomfortable. Like, the cube tower looks fine. I don't hate it. And this part even doesn't look that bad. It's this part of the edit where it just goes downhill. And then this. Favorite part would have to be the cube tower because I used mid-graphs. That's literally the only reason. And this photo right here. Lee's favorite part would either have to be this god-awful pyramid or this last part right here where it goes into the half-screen split slide. Literally criminal. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you all enjoyed. And as a little challenge for you guys, I want you to comment down below your favorite transition to use and your least favorite transition to use. And if I see any comments saying that tile scramble is your favorite, jail. I'm just kidding. If you love tile scramble, that is amazing for you. I hope you guys have a great day or night wherever you are, and bye.